Bubbly Steve is available for pre-order at shopclownfish.com. That's shopclownfish.com. You've got less than a month to pre-order this 15-inch plushie. Check them out. Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Neon. I am here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And we're going to talk about little Ellen. Ellen DeGeneres is getting her own cartoon show from Warner. You know, the same Warner that investigated her and her production company for being mean to their employees. This is kind of surprising. Again, given the drama surrounding Ellen DeGeneres, that they would actually make a preschool cartoon show based on her.
I think it's because they're trying to do damage control on her brand. And they're trying to well, let's get a cute little show and then maybe people will forget about the other stuff.
Yeah, let's make a cute little show. Yeah, you know, we've seen this before. I'm just gonna leave it. I'm just gonna leave that there. We've seen this before, so we're gonna talk about that. And really what we're gonna talk about in this video, we'll talk a little bit about little Ellen, but we're gonna talk about the shift the Cartoon Network is making going preschool, which we talked about before, that they were going to focus more on preschool content, and they're doing that, but they're also, you know, we thought it was going to be to the exclusion of everything else, but they announced that they're going to be doing more Adventure Time.
Yeah, but they're doing HBO Max.
Yes, HBO
and then
Max.
The Fena, the Pirate Princess, is on Adult Swim.
Yeah, which is actually, I've heard, is pretty good. So we're going to talk about that. It seems like all the grown-up cartoons, older cartoons are going to HBO Max and Adult Swim, but Cartoon Network is definitely doubling down on cartoon content for preschoolers. So before we get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. We're over, 231,000 subs.
Woo!
Thanks for the support. We do talk about the animation industry. We talk about anime, talk about comics, talk about video games, whatever interests us that day. And we didn't really talk a lot about Ellen DeGeneres. Everybody knows the story, that apparently she was kind of unpleasant to work for. And this kicked off an investigation. Some of her producers and people working for her, not very nice to work for, according to disgruntled ex-employees.
Yes.
I'm shocked that with all the drama, they still went ahead and gave her a cartoon show.
It's about rebuilding her brand.
It is.
Yeah.
So this is coming from Cartoon Brew. One of the first things she says in the trailer is about let's be friends. You know?
I know, people were thought that was funny. Oh, look, Rosie O'Donnell's in it too.
Little Rosie. How little Ellen will reflect Warner Media's new preschool educational values.
Okay, what are their preschool educational values?
Well, okay, so this is part of Cartoonito.
Can I tell you what? Cartoonito is basically their version of CoComelon.
It is.
That's what they're trying to compete with. CoComelon's kicking their ass. So now they're trying to do their Cartoonito, which is CoComelon.
Or
basically.
Nick Jr. or Disney Jr. or whatever. So the Cartoonito block will take a modern approach to kids' content by facilitating human-centric learning focused on originality and inclusion. God. The content will be targeted at preschool audiences 3 to 6.
Great. What educators do they have working on these shows? Oh, Dr. Laura Brown. Who's Dr. Laura Brown?
I don't know.
I was well, I hope she has a background education. Continue.
Well, she's a doctor. She must know what she's doing. That
does not mean you know what you're doing. Anyway.
Oh, this sounds like a lot of gobbledygook. The preschool years are a crucial time for development as children begin to identify, manage, and communicate their emotions, build a positive self-image, and begin to make friends.
That's not untrue.
This learning framework aims to support these important skill sets through fun, engaging, and relevant storytelling that empowers kids to feel comfortable in their own skin, believe anything is possible, treat others with kindness, and stand up to unfairness. So,
okay, it's activism that the cartoon. Now, look, I am 100%, behind making sure kids feel comfortable with who they are and understanding about being kind to others and sharing and that kind of stuff. But would you please, for the love of God, stop making these shows all about activism?
Each series comes with a curriculum written by an early childhood consultant.
Do they have the criteria for early childhood consultant? Because if it's a real early childhood professional, then yeah, okay, that's cool. I will back that because, as a teacher myself, I'm like, if they're trained and that they're, certified to do this. But so anybody can say, hey, I worked at a preschool as an aide. I'm an early childhood consultant.
Well, I know Nickelodeon, they've got consultants, and Sesame Street has for a while. The old Sesame Street, though, which I think they had consultants back then, too. I'm pretty sure they did when it first started. But it was pretty edgy.
And it was pretty diverse. Always was. So,
I mean, it was crazy. This is not something that you would expect, because all the preschool shows up to that point had always been really polished and really oh, look at our real fancy Mr. Rogers neighborhood. And this is we're just going to drop you into the streets and teach you how to read. Mm-hmm. But it's cool.
Show scripts and animatics are reviewed by a consultant. Again, they're not saying what this consultant's, what their qualifications are. To ensure stories support the curriculum, which is good, and are developmentally appropriate, also good, comprehensible, yes, and beneficial for young audiences. Okay, define beneficial for young audiences and what you're going for. Look, I'm totally for making sure you accept other people. If it's about acceptance, totally cool with that.
So this is the curriculum summary for Little Ellen. Little Ellen, 7-year-old Ellen DeGeneres takes big risks.
7? She looks like young for 7.
7-year-old Ellen DeGeneres takes big risks and makes big mistakes.
Okay.
Yeah. With the support of Gramsci, her best friend Freckle, that's not Rosie O'Donnell, and her cousin Becky, she always finds a way to bounce back. Okay. Overview. All right, here we go.
This is what I want to see.
Manage emotions and building tools that foster an optimistic mindset.
There's nothing wrong with those.
The ability to talk about and manage emotions. Resilience is the ability to recover and grow from setbacks.
Okay, that's a good thing to teach.
Optimism. Developing the muscles of resilience.
Okay, now you lost me. Okay, the muscles of resilience and optimism. Okay, why do you need this paragraph? You already discussed what you're doing. Why do we need this too?
Work out your optimism muscle, everybody.
Those who are more resilient and optimistic are happier. Well, that's true. Have greater emotional well-being, are less likely to experience symptoms of depression and anxiety. You know what? I'm sorry. I'm going to tell you straight up. Your kids are going to have symptoms of depression and anxiety anyway, just from being in school and being around places like Twitter and the internet. It's going to happen. I am sorry. Even the happiest children are impacted by, school drama, internet drama. Wait till they hit high school.
So Ellen DeGeneres, who came under fire for allegedly fostering a toxic workplace, is going to be the mascot for a children's cartoon show about being optimistic and accepting and nice.
Yeah. No. Wait here, I want to read these real quick. Hold on. Okay. Understanding and managing emotions. Characters on Little Ellen describe what they're feeling and model ways to handle those feelings and build important skills. That's actually a good thing. As a mom and a teacher, that's not bad. Resilience. To encourage resilience, characters reflect on and celebrate newfound mastery to gain confidence that they can navigate difficulty. So basically, learn lessons, learn how to do things, and they can celebrate what they learn. Stories also model that mistakes are an unavoidable part of life and key to growth. Another understanding that builds resilience. I also agree with that. That's actually not bad. Building an optimistic mindset. To build optimism, characters actively notice the good stuff around them and also engage in kind acts because this creates positive experience. I don't disagree with any of these. Oh, here we go. Based on material created by Dr. Karen Rivich. Okay, so they have a doctor on here, doctor of what I don't know. Apparently don't have to be a doctor of education sometimes. I don't disagree with these, but it is funny. And the irony is so strong. I mean, the irony is just off the charts.
Reminder, sometimes it's not a good idea to make kid versions of celebrities because sometimes celebrities let you down. Mm-hmm. I'm just gonna
sometimes they really let you down.
I'm gonna leave that here. Anyway, so yeah, they're doubling down on preschool fare. We've talked about this before. This was the excuse apparently that was given to the showrunner of Infinity Train.
Yes.
That the show was being canceled because they were going all in on preschool and they've got some doofy ass Batmobile talking Batmobile show.
I haven't seen that.
Bat Wheels or something like that.
Bat Wheels.
Bat Wheels. Yeah.
Bat Wheels.
Bat Wheels. Yeah.
What's this supposed to be? What's that supposed to be about?
Bat Wheels. It's like
what
cars.
does that teach you?
No, it's
I want to see the breakdown of what that teaches you.
It teaches you how to buy Batman shit for your preschool. That's exactly what's about. Money management.
DC needs money. That's what it
DC needs money. That's what it's about. So that's what this thing I think's about. They're also doing another Sesame Street show because, of course, they are.
Well, Sesame Street's iconic.
So they're pushing the Cartoon Network content over to HBO Max, which is interesting. They are doing a Fiona and Cake series, which doesn't really surprise me because
I heard they were doing this before.
Yeah, Adventure Time's been popular, and they kind of launched with the movies, which I still haven't seen yet. I haven't watched the specials.
Well, hey, you know what? What do they want to do there? They make it all female, so this solves that problem. We just took Finn and Jake and made them Fiona and Cake, which are the female fan fiction versions of themselves.
Yeah.
So there you go, win-win. We made it all female. So now it's woke and great.
It's woke and great.
I don't even like using the term woke, but that's pretty much what these are for.
Adventure Time wasn't woke already.
Yeah, it kind of was, but now it's woker. It's awakened.
It's
awoken.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's something.
Everybody's better with the vagina.
Vaginas can be your friend and cannot be your friend. Uteruses can make your life hell.
Anyway, I'm actually okay with this. We'll see if it's any good. I don't know. We used to watch Squid King, and I used to watch Adventure Time all the time until it got really effing weird. After the 4th or 5th season, it became a therapy session.
I didn't even watch it because this got so strange, but he still loved it. And then you guys did the review of the last episode. He went and watched everything all over again, just in anticipation of the final episode. Final episode came. It felt rushed. It was like he was like, "What is this?" Maybe if it was 2 or 3 episodes, not just one. And he got so much shit. And he was like a little kid, and he got so much shit for saying what everybody else, pointed out later.
Yeah, it was so weird. It was that was our first taste of cartoon stands attacking and brigading the channel.
And he was the target demographic.
It was same excuses we hear to this day. Like, you just take gay people. It's like we never mentioned the Marceline kiss.
It wasn't even brought up
at all. It was never mentioned.
And he didn't care.
He didn't care either. It was just like, the episode itself felt like a very rushed. Like they were like, oh crap, we're out of money. Better just throw something together for the end. At least it got an ending. But then they went back and did more. Because why not? Why not? So they're doing that, and then Adult Swim is doing their own anime. Did a video on that the other day, and I'm not really against this because the guy in charge, Jason DeMarco, made a point of saying on Twitter that they're actually going to get Japanese studios to produce Japanese anime. It's not going to be like Avatar,
and not like Elation,
right?
Or with
High Guardian Spice, which looks like it belongs on Cartoon Network and not Crunchyroll.
And I'm hearing good people saw the first couple episodes and they said it's really good. Of course, she has to chop her hair off for whatever reason, but hey,
Well, she's a pirate now.
Well, I could be a pirate and I still wouldn't chop my hair off.
Yeah, well, it's supposed to be pretty good. We'll have to check this one out. I've heard from multiple people that it's actually a good show. This was supposed to be a Crunchyroll original, and then they pushed it over to Adult Swim. So they basically kept, and it was weird because of all the Crunchyroll originals, we were like, this one actually looks promising. So they actually, kept the better shows, and they're like, yeah, you guys, when we sell Crunchyroll, you can have X-Arm and you can have High Guardian Spice, but we're going to keep Pirate Princess here because this one's actually okay.
This is one people are going to want to watch, so you can have the other stuff.
Yeah, now this isn't the first time they've done that, though, because I'm waiting for them to bring back Big O. Big O was a co-production between Cartoon Network.
I do remember.
Yeah, and Sunrise, and it never got a 3rd season. It was basically Batman with giant robots. It was pretty badass. So
I don't think I ever watched it, but now I'm like, I need to go watch this.
Big O's awesome.
I don't think I ever watched it. I know what it is.
Yeah,
I
it's really cool. I used to watch it all the time.
Well, no, I like the Big O, but I better stop talking. Anyway, they could have probably chosen a better name. It's misleading.
Yeah.
But we know about Batman. So, and what he's not allowed to do. Apparently, maybe this show they're allowed to do that. I don't know.
Heroes don't do that. In Japan, they do. They totally do. That's how you get the Big O. The Big O, not Little O. You need the big one. How do we go from talking about Little Ellen and Elmo to...
Because we're us. Oh, yes, Elmo's getting his not too late show with Elmo, who's also been under fire in the past for being problematic because the person that was his puppeteer and voice was in trouble.
Former.
I said was.
Yeah. Yes, the man who formerly had his hand up Elmo's ass got in trouble.
For being involved with other people's asses.
Yes. That's the nice way of putting it. He played Tickle Me Elmo in real life. and it didn't end very well.
Okay.
Although I guess he came back and he was playing Agra on Dark Crystal. So.
Well, that's not that wasn't the same kind of thing. It's
no,
not like a preschool show.
Right. And he was Splinter in the Ninja Turtles movie, and yeah. So anyway, we're gonna wrap this up.
Please do. We could have wrapped it up a while ago.
Yeah. Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. We'll talk later.
Bye.